Alright, before you come to Prime, you can start working on your driving already and your backing. If you have a chance to back into some spots, like if you have anywhere like a parking lot or anything, you can start backing into a spot. Angle that mirror down so you can see the line of the spot and practice on driving your car, backing your car, taking that tire around the line and down it to back into every spot. The more spots you get, the more experience of backing a vehicle, and that's going to help you out in the truck driving aspect of things, because if you can't learn how to back a car, how are you going to back up the truck in front of a trailer? So just try out some different backing in your car. Make sure that you're doing backing in your car. That's going to help out because it's going to teach you which way to turn the wheel whenever you're backing. Also, whenever you're backing, look at the front of your car. Which way do I need the front of the car to go? If I need the front of the car to go to the right, turn to the left. That way you get used to seeing things opposite, because when we're backing the trailer, the back of the trailer is opposite. Also, another thing that will help you out is when you're driving your car, check those mirrors more. You should be checking those mirrors every 5 to 7 seconds. You should know every vehicle passing you. You should know at least what color they are. You should know where every car is. So if you make yourself more aware in your car, you know, you'll be more aware in a truck. To be a safe driver, you have to know everything that's going on around you. As you do a lane change in your car, put your blinker on, check your mirror, make sure that it's safe to move over. Practice a small wheel turn. Take the car over nice and smooth. Keep checking that mirror as you go. We want a good 2-second check. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, glance back and front, back to that mirror. Leave that blinker on until you're all the way over, where your car's all the way to the line of the lane that you're going into. That way, once you're completed your lane change, you turn off the blinker. Watching that mirror is going to help you out too. It's going to make you a safer driver because you're watching the mirror until you're all the way over. You're making a safe lane change, making sure no one's trying to come around you or anything like that at the last second. So it's a little wheel turn. It's a little turn of the wheel where you barely even notice it. Come over nice and smooth. This shouldn't be a fast lane change. Also, whenever you're driving your car, when you make turns, try to start making all your turns at 10 miles an hour or slower. Because in the trucks, we're gonna be turning at 10 miles an hour, 10 miles per hour or slower, because we don't want to get a rollover warning. We don't want to turn too fast, roll over the truck. We don't want to turn too fast, knock the pallets over in the back of the trailer. So if you can start practicing your turns better. Also, when you turn, make sure you're keeping an eye on the curb, because you don't want to hit the curb. So make sure you keep checking and make sure you're not hitting the curb. These small little things will help you out in the long run whenever you get out here on the truck and you start driving, because we do a lot of mirror checking, and it also will make you a safer driver in your personal vehicle. Just keep this stuff in mind. Like if you're coming to Prime, start trying to do this. It will help you out a lot, because it'll keep your head able to move back and forth to check your mirrors without turning your hands. You shouldn't look in the mirror over there and start turning your hands. When you're doing mirror checks, you want to hold the wheel and be able to look at both mirrors. Check the mirror, come back straight. Look at your gauge, see how fast you're going. Check the mirror, look back straight. Check your gauge, look back straight. If you keep that pattern going about that speed, then you're gonna know everything's going around you, and you're gonna know the speed you're doing in your car. So a lot of it starts with how safe are you really driving out there. The more safe we are in our cars, the more we're gonna be safe in the truck. A lot of this stuff I'm talking about is small little habits that we have to break whenever you become a truck driver, when you learn how to drive that truck. Also, start stopping behind the stop signs. Stop with the front of the car behind the stop sign. Stop a good stop. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Then move forward so you can see good both directions. Check both directions. Make sure it's safe to make that turn. Make your turn. That's another thing that people have a problem with. Also, when you come up to a red light, make sure you're stopping far enough back. You can still see that white line at the front of the front of the lane when you stop at a red light. That'll put you further back behind the line. The reason we do that is because if somebody makes a bad turn, we're that much further back, they can actually drive through the corner of that lane when they make their turn. If you don't give that space right there and you're not further back where you can see that line, they make a bad turn, we're gonna have to back up. It's extremely dangerous for a truck to back up on the roads. You're gonna have to get out your truck, you're gonna go to the back, make sure no one's behind you. And they don't really have that option to backing up there in the middle of an intersection, you know, and there might be cars behind them, it might be busy. Like, you're gonna have to go make sure that it's safe to back up. On the way back to the truck, you're gonna be watching, making sure no one's coming up behind you. You might have to back up a couple feet just so he can make it, you know. So like stuff like this is gonna keep you further back in the lane. It's a lot of good tips. Make sure you're paying attention to your signs. Exit speeds, maybe the exit speed's like 40 miles per hour. Let's try to slow down at least 5 miles under that to make a safer turn. If you start getting into the habit to watching these exit speeds, when you get into that truck, you're going to see it and you're going to slow down slower to make your turns. Because if I see a caution speed, I'm going to slow down a lot more than what the sign says. I usually do at least 5 miles per hour slower than the caution speed. So that'll also make it a lot safer in your car too if you slow down more on those curves. Because it's gonna save you in the long run. You're never gonna get into an accident if you slow down a little bit. Well, you should never get into an accident if you're slowing down and doing under the safe speed. You shouldn't have to worry about like rolling your car or anything like that. A lot of people don't pay no attention to them in their personal cars. They go faster than what they are. I'm guilty of it. I used to do that in my personal car. Cautionary speed limit of 50. I'm all like, I can make that 55. In a truck, you don't want to do that. So just be mindful of your signs. Start looking at your overpasses signs, stuff like that. The height of the truck is 13 feet 6 inches. So start looking at your bridges in your towns. Think about it. Okay, that one's 14.6. I could fit under there. I got a whole foot. So just be mindful of signs like that. Some signs you never even noticed before are very important in the truck. Make sure you're reading a lot more signs while you're driving. This is going to make you a safer driver in your car and the truck. The faster we break these bad habits, the faster you can learn how to drive this truck to get your CDL. There's a lot of stuff like this that you can do in your personal car to make you a safer driver. So try it out in your personal car, especially if you're coming to Prime or anywhere else to get your CDL. You should start with your car first. That way you get a head start on getting that CDL. Well, thanks for watching this video. I hope it helps a lot of people out. I hope that you become safer drivers in your vehicles out there. Be safe, and if you're coming to Prime, check out my description. I have a link in there. If you want me for your trainer, then you can click on that link. It'll tell you what to do, and I'm out for the day. Thanks for watching my video. Hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Bye.